This light down just a fraction. There we go, it's a little bit better. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another card of the day and live reading. Firstly, let me just adjust this a little bit. Firstly, let me apologize for last night. We had the Lion's Gate, and I did say energies were high, and just like the last full moon when I did a live reading, Spirit decided that it was going to drain the heck out of my tablet, and it took forever and a day to recharge it. However, it has a full battery tonight, so fingers crossed. Hello, Kenny. Hello, Judy. Hello. Okay, so for anyone, let me just adjust this light a little bit. It's a bit on the glaring side. That's a little bit better. So for anyone that doesn't know me, I am the Mystic Witch. And I have been doing readings for many years. That's a little bit better. I'm not so bright there. I've been doing readings for many years. I'm registered blind, but my third eye has always made up for the loss of physical vision that I have. Hello, Audrey. I'm going to be doing 8 readings just shortly. I usually pick 8 names at random after the card of the day. Failing that, those that don't get picked, I do have a mini readings list on my profile. On the pinned post, it has readings list. If you ask for a card there, I go through that readings list on my days off and do little mini readings for everyone on that list. And I put them on my profile and tag your name in your reading. So that's just in case people do not get picked for tonight's 8 readings. Hello, Lucy. Yay. Yep. Lucy's one of my regulars. She's also one of my moderators. So Lucy knows exactly how I run my readings. Thank you. Hello, Donna Viken. Okay. Hello, everyone. Lovely to see so many people jumping on. Yay. Okay, I'm going to get started with the card of the day. I'm going to use the moon cards for the card of the day like I did last night, because last night Spirit just drained the heck out of it. So we'll pick the moon cards tonight for the card of the day. Then I'm going to pick 8 names to get a reading, which I'll do after the card of the day. Those that get picked, I will be using my Old Faithful deck for individual readings. Hello, Danny. Hello. Okay, so let's shuffle the moon cards first, and then we will get on with the draw. So I'm just going to really give these a good old shuffle, just to get the energy flowing in the cards. I hope everybody's had a good day. It's been sun shining today. So yeah, I've been, for anyone that hasn't noticed, I have recently joined forces with Filterless Era. So as well as having Avera products on my website, I now have Filterless Era, which is total natural facial oils and gua sha. If you haven't tried gua sha for your face, you are missing out. I did my first gua sha today and I love it. It chisels your face, gets rid of all the fluid in your face. If you've got double chins, it's going to get rid of that as well. There's just so much on there. Oh, Filterless Era is amazing. I first found out about Lisa, who actually owns it. It's her own business. And I love women who start their own business. That's just, and especially when it's all natural products. And anyone that follows me, if you go to my website now, I have got the Filterless Era link on my website. And if you use the discount code WYTCH, WYTCH, you're going to get money off your order. Every order that you order through my website and you put that, if you go to the third page on my website, that's the Filterless Era page. It has the link on there, but it also has my code as well. Remember to use that code and you'll get money off your order. Isn't it good? Yeah. Yeah. Lisa decided she wanted to develop her own natural oils, natural products. She's got the gua sha tools. I'm going to do a live demo using the gua sha. I can't wait to get her oils. I've got the Avera oils that I do the gua sha with, but I want to get her Queen of Spades facial oil and Queen of Greens facial oil as well, because they are as powerful as you can get for a facial oil that you put. She has just launched a new tinted facial serum. OMG. Comes in 4 shades and adapts to your own skin type as well. So after you've done your gua sha, you can put this tinted facial serum on, and it's gonna give you sun protection. It's gonna heal your skin, anti-age your skin, plump your skin, as well as giving you a dewy, flawless look. I absolutely gonna be ordering that on Friday, let me tell you. Thank you for the roses. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Anything that's like a tinted moisturizer or a tinted, it saves you using foundation. It has a factor 40 sunscreen in that, but it is good for clearing away acne, all of that. They have an amazing mask, which I definitely want, and it has 7 different light settings, and depending on what setting that you have, if you've got acne, hormonal acne, etc., this mask just blueters it out of the water. I want them all. I want all of the products. But do go onto my website. My website link is in the bio and it's on the 3rd page. Remember to use that code WYTCH, WYTCH, and you'll get discount off everything in store. I love it. I'll be using that code to get discount off my products as well. Yeah, this is the first time I've actually done gua sha. And I just love it. Look how dewy my skin is. And that's just one use out of the gua sha. I just love it. I want the whole lot now. That's it. I'm sold. I am going to do a post later on because I took a before and an after gua sha photo. So I'm going to put it on TikTok after this live because I looked at both and I was absolutely blown away. And that was just first time use. If you don't like Botox or facial fillers and you just want to do things naturally, gua sha is the way to go. It stimulates the face's own collagen production. So it basically teaches your face to produce more collagen. Hence, younger looking skin without spending a fortune on Botox, lip plumpers, and everything else. I plumped my lips and I just can't believe how plump they are just using gua sha. So, Friday, I will be doing a shopping on Filterless Era so that I can show you wonderful ladies how I achieved this. I love it. Absolutely love it. I'm hooked. So glad I've partnered with Filterless Era and Avera because the Mystic Witch is all about natural products. So, and everything is natural and it's ideal for sensitive skin as well. Hello, Manda. I'm good, thank you. Yep, definitely. So, let's get started with the card of the day now that I've updated you with what's new in the Mystic Witch. A new romance cycle begins is today's card of the day. And this is for everyone that happens to come on the live, I guess, or join me on live. So a new romantic cycle begins. Now that could be in an existing relationship, or maybe you're looking for that perfect relationship. And if whatever the case, if you're looking for that perfect relationship or that new relationship, it's just round the corner. If you're in an existing relationship, be prepared for a little bit of hot romance, right? Sometimes in long-term relationships, right, things can get a little bit stale, right? You just get used to each other and you forget all about the lovey-dovey romance and things. But sometimes we can rekindle the flame just by getting a little bit of romance, turning the lights down low, music on, having a movie night, whatever, having a date night. You can so rekindle old flames or existing flames. So this is a great one. But do you know what? It doesn't necessarily always have to be in a two-person relationship. A romantic cycle can begin with self-love. I'm an advocate for self-love because we don't love ourselves enough, right? We're always trying to make other people happy, and the last person that we make happy is ourselves. And that's because we don't give ourselves plenty of self-love. I always make sure now that every day I do my skincare because I'm worth it. Not every day I do my makeup. Some days I decide to skip makeup, but my skincare, I always do my skincare. I'm 57, and 7 years ago I did a before 7 years ago and now. And 7 years ago I looked like I was 90 because I could not find natural products. And self-love was the last thing on my list because I hated looking at myself in the mirror. I hated the age and wrinkles. I had a trench wrinkle that went right across my forehead. It looked like somebody had taken a knife and sliced my head in two. It was really, really bad. I had baggy eyes, dark circles under the eyes, you name it, I had it. Really bad crow's feet. If you go down my profile, you'll actually see that photo on my profile and me now. So how did I do that? With a natural skincare. It's as simple as that. And now I've added gua sha into my daily practice. So new romantic cycle can mean beginning to love yourself for who you are, because nobody else is going to do it for us, right? And at the end of the day, whether you believe it or not, I'm letting you all know you are all bloody worth it, right? You are all beautiful just as you are. But you know what? It's nice to be able to look after our skin. We've only got one skin. Might as well look after it. We've only got one health. Might as well look after our health as well. And that's what I advocate, is to get away from all the chemicals, to get away from all the polluted products. You know, I've got a garden. I grow my own herbs. I'm hoping eventually to grow my own vegetables in there now as well. Because I won't be using chemical-filled pesticides. It will be all natural. And that's what we should all be going back to. You know, if we don't want cancers and we don't want viruses and we don't want to get sick, self-love is so important. So when this card comes into play, it reminds me of self-love as well as romantic cycles between men, women, or if you're gay, women, women, men, men, right? We all have our different lifestyles. Definitely. Yeah, exactly. I love that. Yeah, I do now. The purple moon, honestly, 7 years ago, I was different. I hated the mirror. I used to hide from the mirrors. Do check out my before photo. It was awful. I used to hide from the cameras as well, you know. Back then I was working as a carer and we used to have passes. We used to have to get a photograph taken. And I used to try, and I couldn't even wear makeup because shop bought makeup had chemicals in it and it irritated my skin. So here I was getting my photo taken, and I dreaded standing in front of that camera because I knew at the end of it I was going to have this ID card that showed me about 90-year-old, and I hated it. Now I don't fear the camera, I don't fear the mirror, I don't even fear coming live. But yeah, I'm 57 and I'm absolutely loving the skin that I'm in. Gua sha, I did that for the first time today and it blew my mind. I haven't got the Queen of Spades oil and Queen of Greens oil yet. I do use my Avera facial oil, but I want to get the Queen of Spades oils because they are high quality oils to go with my gua sha. If you would like me to do a gua sha live demo, then let me know. I can certainly do a demo for you. Oh, thank you. Yes. Okay. I'm just trying to think. What about if I do a gua sha live tomorrow? Because I usually do readings live, then a topic live. So I normally always do my nighttime skincare anyway. I do my gua sha. I'm going to be doing my gua sha every morning now and every evening, because I just did. I'm going to share my before and after tonight's gua sha after this live. So do check my profile after that because I did a before and an after, and I'm just like, whoa! Right now I'm sold. I'm totally sold. Your mum will definitely be around you. Yes, your mum will definitely be around you. I'm thinking 9:30 p.m. tomorrow evening. I think we may be going out. I may be going out during the day with my partner, so I'm just going to say roughly 9:30. However, even if you can't make that live tomorrow, I will be sharing the live on my YouTube channel and my Facebook group, The Spiritual World of the Mystic Witch. So if you do miss it and you want to see the gua sha, I can do it then. Oh, perfect then. Perfect. Right, we'll make it for 9:30 tomorrow because that suits me as well because I'll be able to go through my nighttime routine. I actually had somebody else ask me in PDM. They actually messaged me and says, "Can you tell me what you do for your skin? Because at 57, I want to know how you get your skin like that." So I think I'm overdue for a skincare routine for you, so I'm just going to do that at 9:30 tomorrow. How does that sound with everybody? Hello, Lauren. Yay! Yeah, definitely. Okay. Um, you'll find the Gasha if you go to Filterless Era here on TikTok. You'll see what all the fuss is about. Lisa is on TikTok as well, and she does some amazing little mini demos on TikTok. She's also on YouTube as well. I've shared her latest video with the new face tinted face serum. So she shows you before and after. That is on my Facebook group, The Spiritual World of the Mystic Witch. All the links to my Facebook, my Instagram, and my YouTube are on my website here in my bio. But definitely check Lisa's video with this tinted moisturizer. That's on my Friday shopping list. I'm going to be doing a shop on Friday, and that serum is in my basket, ready to go. And remember, if you are going to try any of the filterless era stuff, on my website, I've got the link on my website to her shop, and use the code WYTCH, WYTCH, right? Because I think you get something like £5 off your order, something like that. £5 better than nothing, right? So if you use my code, which is WYTCH, WY, not I, TCH, all the information and the code is on my website here on TikTok. If you go onto my bio, my website's on there. Oh, bless. I've got two YouTubes, The Mystic Witch and Lady Moonlight. The link is on my bio here on TikTok. It's on my website. I've got all my social media links on my website, but I've got two. The Mystic Witch, which is the same as here, and also Lady Moonlight. Okay, so there's your card for today. New romance in the air, whether it's self-love, whether it's a new love, and if it's an existing love, get the candles out, get the chocolates out, get a movie on, get some atmospheric music and lights going, and kindle the old flame. We don't do it enough, and we are so worth it, right? So I hope that resonates with everyone, because I feel that self-love is so important. When you start loving yourself unconditionally, then everything changes. Absolutely everything changes. So, I'm going to get my Old Faithful deck and I'm going to give it a little shuffle. Now, while I'm shuffling it, I want everyone to share their favourite emojis. It could be happy faces, it could be roses, flowers, hearts, unicorns, plants, sunshine, moons, whatever you want. Keep them rolling up the screen, and I'm going to just pick 8 emojis at random, and whoever's on the end of those emojis is going to get a reading tonight. So keep them rolling. Anyone that's not picked tonight, I do have a readings list on my profile, and you're all welcome to ask for a card on there as well, so that you'll get a little mini one on my profile when I do all of those ones. So let's have a look. Who have we got? We have got Eleanor. Eleanor is our first one. Well done, Eleanor. So let's do Eleanor. Okay, so we need 6 more names, folks. Let's get 6 more names. Who else have we got? Let's see, Megan Mortis. Well done, Megan. Megan is our second one. We have 6 more to go. Lucy Lou. Well done, Lucy. 5 more to go. We've still got 5 places. Who's going to be the next one? Who's going to be the next one? Keep them running. Keep them rolling up the screen. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, the Purple Moon. Well done, the Purple Moon. Woohoo. We got 4 more. We've still got 4 more places. Who have we got? Who have we got? Who have we got? Danielle, 2308. Well done, Danielle. 3 more places to go. Hello, Natalie. Good night, Audrey Thomas. Audrey, I'm going to add you to the list. You can catch your reading on YouTube, honey. So I'm going to add you on the list, Audrey. Just because you have to go. So Audrey Thomas, 34. So we've got 2 more names. So keep them going. You're welcome, Audrey. Danny Hutton. Yay! Well done, Danny. So we have 1 place left for a reading tonight. If you go to my profile here on TikTok, I've got a clickable website link. Click that link and you'll get, on the second page of my website is all my social media links. If you click on my YouTube one on there, this live will be shared later tonight on my YouTube. Okay, so, and it'll have today's date on it, so you'll know which one it is. Hello, Leanne. No problem. Hello, Chica. Okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, we've got one more place left. So keep the images rolling if you want to be the last one on my list tonight to get a reading. So far we have got Eleanor, we've got Megan Mortis, we've got Lucy Lou, The Purple Moon, Danielle 2308, Audrey Thomas, Danny Hutton. We need one more name. Keep the images rolling. Keep those rolling, folks. Who would like one? Leanne 8719. Well done, Leanne. Okay, we have our 8. Where did I get 9 from? We have our 8 names. So well done, everyone that got picked. Anyone that didn't get chosen tonight, don't worry. You can catch me again on Thursday evening here, when I'll be doing more readings for 8 more people. Or you can go to my profile here on TikTok and ask for a mini card reading, and I do a little mini card reading for you on my profile from that list and tag your name in it. Yep, lucky number again. So well done, everyone. Okay, so let's start with Eleanor. Let's shuffle the cards. I'm in a good mood today. I've done my first gua sha. I'll tell you what gua sha does is we've all got excess oil under our skin. And that's what gives us our puffy cheeks. It gives us our double chins that we've got, right? It's excess oil that just sits there and does nothing. And we need to get it down here, which is our lymphatic drain. So you use gua sha to actually iron out all of that fluid, and it all goes down the lymphatic drain and out of the body. It's magic. It's a sculptured facelift without Botox. So I'm going to be coming on tomorrow night live to do a gua sha demo. I don't have the king and I don't have the Queen of Spades oils yet from Filterless Era because I have just signed up with her. But I do have, you can use any facial oil, and I have Avira's facial oil, so I'll be using that one until I get my Queen of Spades oil. But I will be doing a gua sha demo tomorrow and show you how I do my morning and my evening skincare routine. Hello, Michelle. Leanne, do you know what? If it does it with my face, I might even give it a try with my stomach, let me tell you. I've got a lot of fluid in there. But I believe you can do gua sha on your body as well. I'm going to look into that, actually. But yeah, definitely. But yeah, I did my gua sha today, and I can see that I had a little puffiness here and a little puffiness at the cheeks, and it's totally sculpted it. Love it. Hello, Yasmin. I'm doing fine. Thank you. Jade rollers are good, but they carry bacteria as well. Right, they do carry bacteria. Give me 2 seconds. Be back in 2 seconds. Yeah, if you use a crystal gua sha set, when you think about putting oils on your face, those oils get into the little pores of the crystals, and bacteria can get into them. Before I found out about Filterless Era, I already bought this gua sha set, which is stainless steel. And you get them on Amazon. They are stainless steel ones. So in this kit you get the gua sha and the roller. And these are stainless steel. So they don't have, bacteria doesn't get into the pores. So you're not putting bacteria on your face, and you can simply just do your face with it. To do gua sha is so easy. I'll give you a quick demonstration on directions. So with this gua sha, you've got a lymph drain here. So this is the only drains that you'll use are downward. So you take this part of the gua sha and you keep it flat, and you're going down the lymphatic drain 3 times. But put oil on first. My face is nicely oiled because I've just done the gua sha. So you're just going 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to take your gua sha and you're going to go up. 1, 2, 3. 1. This gets rid of your double chin. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. As you can see, I'm using the flat. Don't hold it like this. You're just going to jag into your skin. You want to just glide it along your skin with very little pressure. And then when you get to your lymphatic drain, again, you're just going to go down the way, getting rid of all the fluid. Then you take this side of your gua sha, this side. So the smaller one sits there and the larger one underneath. Again, flat to the face, and you're just going to go up, wiggle there so that all that goes down the drain. Up, wiggle, up, wiggle. Do the other side, turn it round, give it a wiggle. Like so. Then you're gonna turn it this way, and you're just gonna go from there and up, wiggle, that way, up and wiggle. So you kind of got this side, but you're using it flat. Don't use it like that. Use it flat, up, give it a wiggle, up. Give it a wiggle. Do it on the other side, just turn it round, up, and a little wiggle, and a little wiggle there. And then you're doing the under eye, just very gently, just up, wiggle, up, wiggle, so that all this goes down the lymphatic drain. 3, and then you do the other side. Then with this one, you're going to pull the eyebrow taut a little bit, or just turn it that way, and you're just going to go up. This is going to give you an eye lift, lifting the eyebrow up. So just pull your skin taut, and just up, wiggle, up, and wiggle. Up and wiggle. Can you see how that side is more lifted than that side? And again, you're just going to do the same with the other. Take that side and just go up and wiggle, up and wiggle. And again, no pressure, you're just letting the gua sha take all the pressure. And then if you've got a pillar wrinkle here, you need to break that wrinkle up. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your gua sha on this flat end, and you're just going to use the edge the edge bit here, and just up and down and break that wrinkle up. Just break it all. If you've got wrinkles up here, again, break them all up. Give them a good old break. And then what you're going to do is you take your gua sha, and again you're just going to hold that taut and just going to go up, wiggle, up, using the flat of your gua sha, up, wiggle, and then use that, like so. Again, you can just pull it taut. This is going to get rid of all your wrinkles and give you a facelift. Also, if you've got sinus headaches, breaking this up is going to clear your sinus headaches as well, or migraines. Whoops, my light's gone off. There we go, it's on again. And that's how you do your gua sha. You can do your lips as well. Yes, it would help with sinus. If you've got sinus or hay fever, you can take your gua sha tool and go from the nose and just up. Just from your nose and up. So it's just going to clear the sinuses here. So just from the side of the nose. And if you've got hay fever or sinus, again, just using this to break up any mucus on the top of the eye. Just use the edge just to break up. You don't need to dig into the skin, just a gentle, you can actually hear the fluid go pop. It's like crunching. Don't worry if you hear crunching, it's supposed to do that. It's breaking up all that fluid that you want rid of. Then once you've done that, you just take your gua sha flat and up. And that is going to help with sinus congestion as well. Now, if you want plump lips, I am going to get, Filterless Era has a special gua sha tool for plumping the lips without Botox. So the way to do this is, if you want plump lips, take your gua sha tool on the flat side and you're going to go under the lip and you're just going to follow the lip, just right underneath the lip. Like so. Just in an upward, remember your face is always up, so you're kind of just under the lip. Not on top of the lip at this stage, but just under the lip. Now, Filterless Era has got another sided one, which is a detailer, which has kind of got like little teeth on it. But until I get that one, I'm just going to use this bit. And again, top of the lip. Pushing downwards, and again on the other side. This is going to put collagen back in your lips. Again, use the Queen of Green oil for your lips, because the Queen of Green oil on Filterless Era is hyaluronic. So you want hyaluronic oil. Never do your gua sha without facial oil on your face. I am going to do a full demo tomorrow, but this is just a quick show. So I'm kind of just going and breaking up all that, pushing all the fluid into my lip, and then I'm going to take my lip and I'm just going to pull it taut, and you're going to take the flat end right over the lip. Can you see that side compared to that side? Don't know if you can see the difference. But again, pulling it taut. And you can see this is already plumped, this side isn't. Look at that. So then I'm going to do the other side, turning it round, pull taut, and there you have plumper lips without Botox or anything, just simple facial oils and gua sha tool. Then what you do after that is, now that you've had your face oiled using the Queen of Spades or any other facial oil, until I get the Queen of Spades, I'm using a crystal face oil. But I get the little roller, and again, you're just going to do the same with the roller. You're going to put your face cream on, so any moisturizer, I'm going to get the new facial tinted facial serum for my new face cream, but I use the vitamin C or egg mellow face cream at the minute, so I would put my egg mellow or whatever face cream I'm using. Then I'm going to take the larger side, and again, remember, you're going down the drain and up everywhere else, and the face is always upward strokes. So we're going to go down the lymphatic. That's going to get rid of all the fluid. So everything that you've done with the gua sha tool is just going to flush away. And then up. Just rolling up. Like so. And again, everything is 3 times. So you're going 1, 2, 3. And then when you get to the lymphatic drain, down. Then you're going to go up. And again, up with your roller. This is going to push all your face creams into the second layer of your skin, and it's going to help your skin produce collagen. And again, under the eye bone with the large roller. I use stainless steel again because it doesn't carry bacteria. The crystal ones will gather that bacteria in them, and you don't want that, because if you're putting facial oils and then you're using a crystal roller and there's bacteria in that roller, you're spreading the bacteria in your face. I did have a jade one and I ditched it because when I found out that crystals do have little tiny pores, and if you're using it as a gua sha tool, it's going to get bacteria. Then you're going to take your eye one, the small one, and you're just going to very gently just roll it up. This is going to, when you put your eye cream on, so after your eye cream, just roller it one way, and then roller it the other. This is so soothing, by the way, on the eye. And then you're just going to do the same with this. Going to hold it up. So kind of get an eye lift. And again the other side. Hold it taut. And just roll up. 3 times. And then you're going to roll up. This is good for getting rid of those pillar wrinkles. Then use your large side again and everything goes up. So holding that, taut, and just roll up. And that's it. Obviously, I'm going slower, but you can do this a lot quicker. Now, use gua sha every day. You are going to notice a difference. If you've got double chin, it's going to get rid of your double chin. It's going to sculpt your face. It's going to get rid of puffiness, puffy eyes. It's going to anti-age your skin. And so much more. I absolutely love it, which is why I joined forces with Lisa's Filterless Era. She also has a wonderful coloured mask as well, which is good for acne, getting rid of skin pigmentation, putting collagen back into the skin. It's amazing. She's an amazing woman, and I love the fact that she started her own business. I love supporting women who start their own business. I just think, yeah, woman power. Absolutely. Yeah, but you can tell the difference even after. I mean, this is the second time I've kind of used it, but I'm going to be doing this last thing at night, first thing every morning. So I'm going to go through my skincare routine, the whole skincare routine that I do tomorrow evening at 9:30. But that's just to give you an idea of what gua sha is. When you get the gua sha stuff from Lisa's site, which is again on my website, all the details is on my website here on my TikTok. I have her shop link and everything on there. And remember that code as well, use WYTCH. But what I love is that she has a beautiful, beautiful leaflet that gives you step-by-step instructions on how to use her tools and her oils, etc., etc. She has got a YouTube channel. Again, it's Filterless Era on YouTube, and she does some amazing demos on there. I got in touch with her and said, right, how do I join you? How can I promote your products? Because they are just amazing. So I've just yesterday signed up with her, and she's gave me a wonderful code that any of my followers can use to get £5 off their orders, which is fantastic. Isn't it just amazing? So I'm so glad she has allowed me to be a part of, or allowed the Mystic Witch to promote her products, because she's amazing. My friend uses her product, my friend Tracy, which is Life Babe here on TikTok, and I've seen the difference in Tracy's face since she's used it. She just looks so much younger. So yeah, I'm going to do the cupping as well. She does facial cupping. She does makeup that is out of this world. Eyeliner pen. I want the eyeliner pen. It's only $12.99. I need that eyeliner pen. So she's got eye creams, facial oils. She's got the gua sha tools. I'm going to get the lip one because it has little teeth on it to help plump my lips even better. So I'm going to get the gua sha lip one because I love the fact that you can get plumper lips without using Botox or fillers. I'm all for that. I know. And that's just using the oils. That's just using facial oils. It's amazing. I wish I'd found gua sha years ago. Absolutely wish. I haven't got her Queen of Spades oil, but I had this one which is a Nivea roll-on roller oil, which I have saved. So I use that until I get the Queen of Spades oil. But any facial oil, natural facial oil, will do. Never use your gua sha tool without oil, because it's going to damage your skin. The facial oil that she uses, the Queen of Spades, has all the vitamins that your skin needs, vitamin C, etc., which is why I want her oil rather than this one. This one has vitamins in it as well, but I definitely want her oil. So as you're doing the gua sha, the oil helps the tools slide along the face. You don't want to be dragging it in, you just need a gentle slide across the face. So the oil helps that, but the gua sha tool also penetrates that oil into the skin, which is going to give you that dewy, glowy effect. Definitely recommend her, which is why I have now added all her details onto my website, which is link in bio. So, with that said, let's do the readings now. I get overexcited when there's new natural products. And as I said, this first time I've done gua sha tonight, and I did a before and after, which I will share on this. And I was like, wow, just wow. You know, a bit of facial oil and a roller and a gua sha tool. And I'm hooked. Left, right, and bleeding center, let me tell you. But yeah, Tracy has sinuses, but she also has migraines, and she says since using the gua sha, she doesn't get migraines as much. Yes, Leanne, you can use rose oil with it as well. So you would just put your rose oil on your face, and then do your gua sha. And then put your face cream and do your roller. So yeah, any facial oil, whether it's rose oil, any oil, any natural oil will do. But I want her Queen of Spades. I do love this oil. Unfortunately, Avira don't do this oil anymore, which is a shame, because it is a good oil, but I'm going to be getting the Queen of Spades oils. She does complete skincare sets as well, where you'll get all the tools, all the oils, the instructions, and everything that you need to get started. And remember, with my discount, you also get money off as well. So it's fantastic. I can't wait. It's my payday on Friday, so I'm going to be doing filterless era shopping. Super excited. I'm going to get the mask, the color changing mask, so that I can demonstrate that for you as well. But yeah, definitely worth it. Yeah, definitely. I'm just so excited about it. Yasmin, definitely put your name down on my other list on the profile. Just because you missed the slot, go put your name down on there. You'll get one on my profile. Okay, let's have a look and see what Leanne's card has to say. But yes, I do love... Okay, Leanne, you got the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is a powerful leader. She knows what it is to go through problems and troubles, because she has had her fair share of problems and troubles, right? Probably more so than anyone else. But far from make her weaker, it's actually made her stronger, because she's learned to gather the bricks that others have thrown at her and build strong foundations and strong towers. So when the Queen of Swords comes into your reading, she's letting you know it's time to be like this queen. Yes, you have gone probably through hell and back in the past, and you've probably endured more downs than ups than most people have to do in a lifetime. But you're still standing. you're still here to tell the tale where many would crumble. So use that inner strength. Look how far you've come. Look what you've achieved from then till now, right? That's the sheer power of your inner strength. You might not have felt it when you were going through all of that, because we never do. But when you're actually out the other end and you look back of what you've actually went through and what you've actually survived, that's the true thing of the power. Yeah, you know, so use the past experience, right? Sometimes I ask myself, I went through 50 years of bullying and abuse before I got out. In fact, it was 49 because I met my partner 8 years ago. So I've been out of abuse and bullying for 8 years. But when I look back on those 49 years, and I think back on how did I get there? What did I do wrong? How can I not make that mistake in the future? So I took the experiences from the past, learned from them, and now I don't let anyone control or manipulate me whatsoever. And I become stronger for it. In fact, quite the opposite. I have taken them through that abuse to help others through the Purple Hearts Unite. This card is asking you to do same. Look back, but not to go through all of that again, but look back. Where could you have done things differently? Use that knowledge to make sure that you don't make the same mistakes in the future. Also, use that knowledge to help other people that are maybe going through what you've just gone through. Because your experiences can be a lifesaver to other people. Exactly. Oh, I'm so glad. And that's kind of how I feel as well. That I don't stand for anyone telling me what to do now. My partner's very free-spirited, so he gets the need for me to be free-spirit and to have my own independence to do, if I need to do readings, he will allow me to come on and do my readings. He will never ever tell me what to do, when to do, and how high to jump and how low to jump. Never. And I wouldn't dream of doing the same with him. And that's what it's about. It's about not judging anyone, not controlling anybody else, but also at the same time make sure that they're not judging and controlling you either. Nobody owns you. Nobody tells you what to do, right? You are your own pilot of your own ship. You can do whatever you want and you don't need anyone's permission to do that, is the message of this cards. You are the queen of problems and troubles because of the troubles and trials that you've gone through. So, yeah, definitely stand your ground and never ever allow anyone to control Leanne. Hello, Silver Blue Eyes. Hello, yes I do, but my reading list for tonight is closed. I do readings every second night for 8 people. So I do a little draw and choose 8 names. However, just because you haven't got on my list tonight, I do have a readings list on my profile here on TikTok. If you go on to my pinned post, it has readings list on it. Comment card, please. I will reply to let you know that you're on my readings list. And in my spare time, I go through that list and I will do mini readings on my profile. And when it comes to your name, once I've done your reading on my profile, I'll tag you in your reading so that you can get a profile reading as well. So do feel free to hit that follow button and the like button and just go to that pinned post and ask for a card. Failing that, I am back again on Thursday evening to do more live readings for 8 more people. Oh, thank you, Transbap. Thank you. It's lovely having you here. Have a wonderful evening. It's late evening here in the UK, but yeah, thank you so much for joining me. Love and blessings. So I hope, Leanne, that this card has helped. Stand your ground, girl. Keep doing what you're doing, right? You've got this, is the message of this card. Now, sometimes when I'm doing card readings, I do get people shouting names. And there's a strange name just being shouted at me from a lady in spirit called Gladys. I haven't heard that name in a long time. So if anyone knows a lady in spirit, I feel she's not what I would call elderly. She's maybe middle-aged. I would say late 40s, maybe 50s when she passed, just by looking at her. Her name is Gladys, and she's in the spirit realm. She's just come through and said it's Gladys. So if anyone can take somebody in spirit realm by the name of Gladys, please give me a shout. Let me know. If not, don't worry about it. Sometimes they just shout a name out, and if they shout a name out, I just have to put that name out in the room for anyone that can take it. Oh, no, it's not going off again. Leanne, I was just reading the comments. Leanne, is that Gladys? Is that the sister? Is that your mum's sister? I am good, thank you, Janice. Can you take this name as is the mum's sister? Was your mum's sister called Gladys? And was she kind of like, I'm hopeless at ages. She's not given her age, but just looking at her, I would say she was maybe late 40s, maybe mid 50s. Ah, your mum's sister. All right. Okay. So your mum's sister, Gladys, right? And she's in spirit. Thank you for the likes, everyone. Okay. Thank you for confirming that, Leanne, because she's just, at least I know she's found who she's looking for. Could you let your mum or your mum's sister or whoever, or let the family know that Gladys came through? She doesn't want to be forgotten. Okay, is the message that she's bringing. That's one of her worries, that as time goes on, the family will forget her. So she definitely does not want to be forgotten. So could you let your family know that she sends love? And thank you. I think that's lovely. As I said, I haven't heard that name in so many years. And I just had to shout that out when I heard it. So thank you. Thank you for the roses. Leanne, you're a star. Thank you so much. I'm going to take a drink because this is thirsty work, this. Now, I'm hoping Spirit do not drain the battery tonight because it's not a full moon. Spirit, please be kind to my equipment. But because I've now got the list written down, if for whatever reason either TikTok cuts me off or Spirit cut me off or whatever, I do still have the names here. And what I will do if it ever gets cut off and I've already got the names down is I will do mini ones on my profile just for future reference. Okay, so thank you for that. So Eleanor, I hope the Queen of Swords cards has meaning for you. Okay, we now have Megan Martis or Mortis. Let me just shuffle these cards. Oh, you're more than welcome. Right, the reading was for Eleanor, and the reading was for Eleanor, but the lady was for Leanne. The Gladys, was it Gladys? Can't remember, I let the names float. But the lady in spirit was for Leanne, and the Queen of Swords reading was for Eleanor. Just to clear up any confusion. Okay, so the next reading is Megan Mortis. So I'm just going to shuffle these cards. Hello. No, have I got you down, Leanne? I can't remember. Leanne, yours is the last reading on the list. You're number 8, Leanne. Eleanor was number 1. I've got Eleanor, Megan Mortis, Lucy Lou, The Purple Moon, Danielle, Audrey Thomas, Danny Hutton, and Leanne. I think, yeah, well, I do apologize if I kept saying your name. I think it was probably, I kept saying your name because this lady, Gladys, kept on confusing me, as spirit sometimes does. So I do apologize. But on saying that, sometimes when I'm doing the Queen of Swords reading for one person, that Queen of Swords can also relate to anyone else in the room as well. Because I dare say that Eleanor's not the only one that has had a life full of problems and troubles, right? I can relate to that card, and I guess some other people can relate to the card as well. So just because the Queen of Swords is for Eleanor, it could also relate to, I mean, if Leanne can take the Queen of Swords message as well, then it can relate to Leanne as well, or anyone. It's not the first time I've done a card for one person and somebody else in the room says I can actually relate to everything in that card. That is so strange. But and ultimately, it's not, because we all have a degree of, we all have different lives. We all have, some people can sail through life without any problems or troubles, and other people can have a mountain of problems. So it's not uncommon for one card to actually relate to more than one person. Okay, let's shuffle this card for Megan. I'm making sure I get this name right this time. So I don't know if he's still got Megan. Yep, take what you can. You're more than welcome. So do we still have Megan? Yes, we do. Hello, Megan. Okay, sweetheart, let's shuffle these cards and see what the cards have to say for you. Okay. So let's shuffle. Sometimes when I'm doing more than one name and Spirit are trying to talk to me in one ear at the same time, it confuses even me. That's not hard at my age, let me tell you. Okay, let's see what Megan's got. Okay, Megan, you've got the Fool. Now the Fool talks about, you know, we can sometimes go through life with rose-coloured glasses, right? We want to see the good in everyone, and I feel that that's what you kind of do. You want to look at the world through rose-coloured glasses and think, you know, that yes, there is bad people in the world, but there's got to be a good side somewhere in them, right? And sometimes that very thinking has maybe led you into problems and troubles. For example, how many times have we in life made new friends only to find that one of those friends wasn't actually a friend in the first place? They came through envy or jealousy to twist the truth and to I guess dish the dirt is a good way of putting it, right? Twist things and make you look the bad one and they look the good one, because a lot of the time people do that because their lives aren't going great. And they absolutely hate it when somebody is having a good life or when things are going right for everybody else, but they're going wrong for them. The only way that they feel that they can feel better is by hurting others. And sometimes that can even be family members that do that, right? Just because we have brothers, sisters, moms, dads, stepdads, whatever, that doesn't mean to say that we can't be hurt by our own family members as well, because we can. But it's a case of realizing as well that the universe works with yin and yang. Just as well as good, there is also evil as well. And it's deciphering which one we follow. It's like the devil on one shoulder and the angel on the other, right? The devil can look at Adam and Eve, for example. That was a Bible story, right? And the Lord told Adam and Eve not to pick off the fruit in the garden, right? But of course, Eve decided to tempt Adam, and she went against that and picked the forbidden fruit, as it were, right? So it's basically just realizing that we do have good and we do have evil on the earth, even though we want to see the good in everybody. For all the wishes in the world that we can maybe change somebody from bad to good. It's like saying you can take a horse to water, but you can't make that horse drink. And the best that you can do for them is pray that one day they do see the light, and one day that they do see the errors in their ways. But until that day, it's a case of look before you leap is the message of this card. You know, on the card, the young lad is chasing a butterfly. He's more interested in the butterfly than where he's putting his feet. Chances are he's going to fall down a pothole, or he's going to, worst case scenario, fall off a cliff, because he's more intent on looking at the butterfly than he is looking at his feet or where he's going, right? So foolishly, he's going to get into some kind of strife. So when the Fool comes into our card, the Fool's are asking us to not just focus on one thing, but look at the whole story, look at the whole scene. And sometimes it's just by sitting in silence and observing the actions and words of others that we can actually see what the heck is going on. But if we're too busy and we're joining in everybody's conversation and we're just going with the flow, it's so much more difficult to work out friend and foe. And we trust everybody in our friend circle. And that's when problems and troubles can come into the fray. Hello, Amanda. The readings list tonight is closed, but I do have a mini readings list on my profile. If you put your name down on there, in my spare time, I do little profile readings for everyone. Failing that, I am back on Thursday evening doing more mini readings. So, Megan, I hope this resonates with you. You know, and even if you have been hurt by others that you took to be a friend in the past, learn from that experience. You know, yes, bad things can happen. Yes, problems and troubles can come into our lives. And we can either dwell in the negativity of it all, or we can actually say, you know what, that's a lesson learned. I'm going to be more careful about who I trust in my friend circle. Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, Megan, I am so glad that this has helped. And you know what? You're right. We don't realize, you know, sheep can come in wolf's clothing, right? Or wolves can come in sheep's clothing. People don't come with, I'm out to get you written on their forehead. They come as friends. That's how they do it. My ex came as, you know, a nice gentleman, hard-working, that would be a loving husband and father to his children. That's how I saw him right at the beginning. But he was playing the narcissistic game. And he was saying what I knew I wanted to hear, what he knew I wanted to see. And that's what toxic people that come into our lives do. They don't come with toxic or narcissist written on their forehead. They come as a friend. They will tell you all the things that they know that you want to hear so that they can pull you into their trust. And once they've got you hooked, then the daggers come out. And this is where we can learn from that past experience and actually look around, sit in silence and observe everybody. Be careful about what you share with friends and family until you can totally 1000% trust them. Because if you tell a toxic person something that you entrust them with, they're going to use it against you. I lost a friend of, well, she wasn't even a friend in the end, but she was a friend for 27 years when I was going through a narcissistic relationship with my ex. I only found out when I left my abusive ex that she was feeding him all the things that I entrusted her with. So when I was telling her I was leaving him, she told him. He was always one step ahead of everything that I was doing, and I wondered why he knew that. How did he know that? How did he know what I was planning? How did he know where I was going, what I was doing? He was using my friend. Seemingly, they were school friends together many, many years ago before I met her. And she just happened to be in the, her daughter just happened to be in the same school as my daughter. And coincidence, we became friends, and she betrayed me for 27 years. Needless to say, she's no longer my friend. Night, Eleanor. Oh, bless. But you know what? A lot of people will say to me, I'm sorry you went through abuse. And the shock on their faces when I say to them, I'm not sorry one little bit that I went through abuse. I could look at it and say, well, I've wasted 30 years when I could have had 30 years with my current partner and been happy 30 years. Or I could say the lessons that I've learned through going through that abuse help me to help other people that are going through the abuse. If I hadn't gone through 30 years of abuse and 20 years of bullying, how would I ever be able to help other people that are being bullied or that are going through abuse and who are in danger of losing their lives? Of course, I wouldn't be able to help them, because how can I help them if I've never been in their shoes, if I've never seen what they have been through? And I went through the worst type of abuse. I went through emotional, sexual, physical abuse that anyone could go through. I almost lost my life 3 times to this man before I got out. But I had to go through that in order for me to fulfill my life's mission as a starseed and indigo child and a healer, to help other people to see how there is a way out of abuse. Abusers will not ever reveal, or toxic people, toxic friendships will never ever reveal a way that you can get out. They don't want you to know how to get out. They want to have full control over you so that you don't walk out. So I've used that experience to help other people. I've started a movement here on TikTok, and if you hashtag purple with a purple heart -s unite, Purple Hearts Unite, and you put a purple heart on every post that you do on TikTok, you're letting abused women know, oh, she's got a purple heart. I can go and talk to her. She's safe for me to talk to, because abused women, men and children are looking for someone that they can trust to be able to talk to about their abuse. And having that purple heart is a flag saying, here I am, come and talk to me. You will see on all my TikTok posts, I have a purple heart and a red heart. Purple heart is for the Purple Hearts Unite. And the red heart is for Red Hearts Club. Support for support. I love that, Danny. Hi, Zoe. My online readings that I do live are for 8 people only. The list is closed for tonight and they are free. The readings on my profile that I do, the little mini readings list, they are free. But I do Messenger, Facebook Messenger full readings, and they are £25. But my online readings are always free. So I hope that helps. But thank you so much, Megan, for joining me so that you're able to get that reading. Take the experience of these toxic people that you've just found out about and use that experience to help you in the future. so that you're more likely to be more trusting of anyone that comes into your life. You're going to take your time getting to know people. Trust has to be earned at the end of the day. If I meet new people, I want to get to know them pretty well before I'll divulge any information. When you've had toxic people coming into your life, once bitten, twice shy, right? We're not going to fall into that same category again. We're not going to fall into that same trap again. So we're going to be wary in the future about what we tell new friends until we know 1000% that person is genuine in who they are. So I hope that has helped. Show jumper, no. I couldn't get in. Spirit had totally drained my tablet. I did wonder because sometimes on a full moon, and also yesterday the energy was out of this world last night, and Spirit totally fried my tablet. So I didn't get back on, unfortunately. But I am back on today. Okay, and anything you've missed, I'm going to be sharing this on my YouTube and my Facebook group. All the links to my YouTubes and Facebook are in my website on here. If you go to my bio, there's a clickable link. That's my website. And it has my shop on there. It has Limitless Era, which I've just teamed up with for those magical gua sha tools and treatments. But it also has my social media links as well. Okay, so Lucy Lou is next on my readings list. Yeah, Spirit have done that so many times over the years. On powerful nights like Samhain or Halloween, I try and avoid doing lives if I can possibly help it, because the veil is thin and Spirit just love to play with electronics. Full moons, that's another dodgy one. Sometimes on a full moon they'll play with my and of course we had the Lions Gate portal. Should have known not to do a live on the Lions Gate portal because they were out on force last night, and it actually took a long time for me to actually charge my tablet. Usually it takes about an hour to 2 hours to fully charge. It took pretty much all night because they just kept on draining the energy out of it. Yay, here's Lucy. It is, and it's not even the full moon yet. I will be sharing the moon phase after this live because I've still got today's moon phase to post on my profile later on. And I'm also going to share my before and after gua sha today because I just can't believe the difference doing that gua sha. And that's my first time using gua sha. Now you know why I wanted to add Filterless Era to the Mystic Witch. I am absolutely blown away. If you've missed the gua sha, I am coming on tomorrow night to do a full evening skincare, which will go through what I use on my skin every day. And also the new gua sha method that I'm using, which I've just tried tonight. And I must have lost at least half my face in fluid, which is crazy when you think about all the fluid that we build up in our face. And the only way you're going to get rid of that is by using gua sha. Hello everyone. Okay, so let's shuffle these cards. And of course, as always, your grandmother is here tonight, and she sends her love. And there's my gent with the chauffeur's hat. He always comes in and he tilts his hat. He's such a gentleman. So both your nan and the chauffeur has arrived, and they both send their love. Hello, hello. Hello, Tara Brosses. Okay, so let's see what Lucy's card has. Lucy, you've got the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is new emotions coming into the fray. And these emotions are probably emotions of, or emotions that you've not really experienced a great deal of, right? Most of your emotions in the past have all probably, or nearly all of them, have been negative emotions, right? And you've not really had much to celebrate. However, that is changing with the Page of Cups, because the Page of Cups is the scholar. The Page of Cups is learning new things, learning new experiences, a thirst for knowledge, a thirst to be able to succeed in things. So I know we spoke earlier on about a recent, the news that you got today regarding work and being top of your class. And the Page of Cups talks about exactly that, right? Hold on to that feeling that you had today when you were told the news that you were top of the class, right? I remember a conversation that you and I had not so long ago where you were saying, do you know what? I'm worried because I've got all of these exams coming up. I've got all of these tests coming up. And what if I fail? And what if I'm not good at it? And then today you were hit with a wham bam, thank you man, you're top of the class kind of news. And when you sent me that photo earlier on, girl, you were glowing from head to toe. Definitely. Yeah, definitely. You were glowing from head to toe in that photo. It showed, right? And you've not had many moments, in fact, very few moments like that, where somebody's actually saying, hey, Lucy, I just want to tell you, you're awesome because you've made top of the class. Out of everybody in the class, you're top pupil. You're top student, right? There's nothing better when you've had a life where people are putting you down and keep knocking you down and keep knocking you down, and then out of the blue, when you least expect it, you have somebody actually telling you the opposite. You basically go from ground zero to floating on air, right? Because it's like, wow, I didn't even realize I was that good. I didn't even realize that I was top of the class until I was actually told I was top of the class, right? And this is one of the reasons your nan and the chauffeur has come through, because they wanted to let you know that they are joining in your joy. They are joining in your celebrations. And now comes the little dog with his little waggy tail. He's actually running circles around my feet here. The little white dog, I love this little white dog. He's just he's a curly fluff ball. Is the best way I can describe this little dog. But even the dog's joining in with the celebrations. And I love that family have come around you right now to show their support for you during this time, and well earned as well. And the only way from here now, girl, is up. There's no going down. Hold on to that feeling. Hold on to that that achievement, right? You did that. Nobody else did that. Lucy did that. Nobody else did that, right? Ben didn't do it. Your nan didn't do it. The chauffeur sitting shaking his head and says, definitely not him. But you did that. You take full credit for that. Nobody else can take the credit for that. So hold on to that feeling of accomplishment, of joy, of wow, that's me that they're talking about. That's me that achieved that. That's me that did that. Because that's not ego, girl. Far from it. That is self-love. That is self-worth right there. And it equivalents to self-love. And we should all have that feeling of whatever we do and we are successful at, we should celebrate it. Even if nobody else on the planet is celebrating with us, we should certainly celebrate our achievements. Is the message of this card. Yep. Oh, Ellen, do hit that follow. I'm always on every second night doing readings. I usually come on round about 9:30 UK time. And I pick 8 names on the list for a reading. Failing that, go to my profile and I have a readings list on there. Put your name down for a card. Just say card please on there, or comment card please on that post. And then on my days off, I go through everybody that's on that list and I do little mini readings for them on my profile and tag you in your name on your reading. So do hit the follow so that I can tag your name in it and do a mini reading on there. But I also come live every second evening. So I'm back again doing another 8 readings on Thursday evening. Yes. Yes, they do. Not so much your nan, but the chauffeur. Right? The chauffeur's saying there is more than one surprise waiting for you. He's not saying any more than that, but he's just saying, just mum's the word. He says he's been sworn to secrecy. And he's saying your nan knows as well, but it's your nan that he has sworn secrecy to. And he says, if you know your nan, you don't cross your nan. So he ain't gonna divulge what is coming, but he says it's not just the necklace that you've just recently received, but there is more to come, and their lips are sealed. But they wanted to pass that on to you. There is more good things to come your way. So I hope. I love that card. That card just resonates what we spoke about earlier on, but it also resonates that, it asks you to hold on to that feeling, right? Hold on to that joy, because you'll need that joy in times of trouble, right? Because we do, from time to time, we have our ups in life and we have our downs in life, right? During those downs, remember this feeling, right? That feeling of joy, accomplishment, that is telling you, darn straight, you did that all by yourself. Darn straight, you achieved that. And there is absolutely nothing on this planet that Lucy cannot achieve, even in times of difficulty, even in times of trouble. So hold on to that thought even more, and that feeling even more when we're going through times of hardship or problems and troubles. Because for every negative problem that comes in our way, if you dig deep enough, you can always find a positive in it, right? Because every negative has a positive. It's not always clear to see that positive. Sometimes we have to really dig deep into a negative situation to actually find out what the positive is. But the universe is yin and yang, right? Positive, negative, negative, positive. So just as much as something can have a negative effect on us, if we dig deep enough, we can turn that around and turn it into a positive. Oh, you're more than welcome. And thank you. Yeah, cryptic clues. They're not telling me whether it's, they're saying, nope, the chauffeur's saying, I don't know, I'm colourblind. I don't believe for 1 minute he's colourblind. I think that's just a cover. Do you? He's got that little glint in his eye, Lucy, when he says that. He says, I don't know what colour it's going to be because I'm colourblind. I don't believe a word of it. He's got that little twinkle, that mischievous twinkle in his eye. So I don't believe for 1 minute he is colourblind. Now Lucy's going to tell me he was colourblind, but but no, there's just something in his eye that tells me, yeah, right, pal. Oh, thank you, Ellen. Hello, Colin. I would love to give you a reading, but my readings list tonight is full. I am back on Thursday evening doing another 8 readings. Failing that, do please put your name down on my list, on my profile. I do little mini readings on my profile for those that don't manage to get a reading tonight. There is a bit of a waiting list on there. It's not as big as it sometimes is. There was sometimes, by the time I've done a live and I go off, there's about 20 or 30 people already put their names down for a reading. But there is a little waiting list, or there was, before I started this live. So the sooner you put your name down, the sooner you get a reading on my profile. I try and aim for 2 or 3 readings every day, but sometimes with healing work and also spending time with my partner and also fitting in private readings, etc. There's some days I don't get round to doing readings in my spare time, but when I can, I do profile readings, and when I get to your name, I will tag you in that reading. You'll see all my previous ones on my profile. I love that, bollocks to that. Yeah, you know him better than me, but that chauffeur has that little bit of a glint in his eye that tells me he's not colourblind. I love it. Lucy's just like me. She just says it as it is. Yeah. I love it. Isn't he just? He doesn't know me very well, does he, Lucy? Because I can see right through his bullshit. Oh, but I love it. But thank you, Lucy. I love it when Lucy's Gran and the chauffeur come together. It's like a double comedy act. They are just amazing. Okay, I'm going to take a little drink of my Scottish Iron Brew. Made from girders, so they tell me. Okay, so we're on to Purple Moon next. A lovely purple moon. Let's shuffle these cards and see what they have to say for the purple moon. The chauffeur's still there, by the way. He's just all right. He's made himself at home in the corner. I think he's staying for the show, Lucy. I'll show him the door at the end of the live, though. Don't you worry. I know. They've actually been good tonight. Oh, bless. Yeah, I think he's staying for the night. He's just made himself at home in the corner of the room. I think it's funny. He's just sitting on the floor. I've got like 5 chairs in here that he could quite happily sit on. But no, for some reason he's sitting on the floor. Go figure. Okay. Purple moon. Do we have purple moon? I don't know if purple moon is still with hers. There she is, the purple moon. I love, love, love that name. Love it. Love it. Anything moon. Okay. Let's shuffle these cards. And I'm ignoring the joker in the corner. He's kind of trying to distract me. Behave. Go and sit on Lucy's bed. I'm sure she'll be quite happy. Oh my goodness me. I love it when spirit come in and then they make themselves at home on the floor. Yeah, it's a free-for-all in here. Why not? Okay. Lovely to see you, Purple Moon. It's going to be one of those nights. I just feel it. I just feel it. Okay. Let's see what the cards have got to say for Purple Moon. Oh, wow. I love this one. You have got the world. All right. You've often doubted yourself in the past. Whether it's through things that you've done or things that you've achieved that you never ever really thought that you could achieve. And there's been a lot of self-doubt. But that self-doubt hasn't all been your fault. When the world comes into the fray or into a reading, it lets me know that others have probably judged you or you've asked people's advice. And rather giving you something or giving you an advice that would lift you up, they have gave you the wrong advice at times. And it's done the opposite. But far from putting you down, you've learned in the past that, you know what, if you want something done, do it yourself, right? Because ultimately, sometimes we just can't rely on everybody else to do things for us. And if nobody else does it, we just get up and do it ourselves, is the motto of this card. And when the world comes into a card reading, it's letting you know, especially just after the Lion's Gate portal being open, that whatever you want, you can manifest. Whatever you need in this world, you can manifest. Nobody else is going to get it for you. Right? Nobody else is going to work towards that. Nobody else is going to give you it on a plate. You're going to have to do that all by yourself, right? And what the world is letting you know is that there is absolutely nothing out with your reach if you only see it, feel it, say it, and believe it, is the message in this card. Hello, I do pet readings as far as photos go. My pet readings are usually free. What to do, I don't know if you're on Instagram or Facebook Messenger. If you're on Instagram, if you look up Mystic Witch on Instagram and you send me a photo of your pet, I can do a reading for your pet from the pet's photo. Oh, bless. Well, send me if you have a photo of the dog where the dog's eyes are clearly seen in the photo. Um, I will do a reading for you, no problem. My photo readings for people aren't free, but my photo readings for animals are free. And anyone can send me a photo of their pet in spirit, and I will do a photo reading for them. You're more than welcome. You'll find all my social media links on my bio here on TikTok. I've got a website, and on that website, there's a page with all my social media links. Just go on to my YouTube or my Facebook and send me the photo of your dog, and I will more than happy do a little reading for them. No problem. Okay, so time for manifest, especially purple moon with the new moon coming round, right? We're only like a day or two away, right? And it is a beautiful moon out there tonight. I'm just hoping it's a clear night when she's absolutely full. So use that time, use the moon energy to manifest what you need right now. Oh, I've got hiccups now. What you need right now in life, because it's a prime time to do it. We've just finished the Lionsgate portal and we're just heading towards a full moon. Double whammy, which means double energy. Get some moon water made as well. Drinking moon water can be uplifting as well, and it clears our chakras. I love making fresh moon water, so I will be making moon water this full moon, because my moon water stock, as you can see, is growing very low. This is my last bottle of moon water. Yes, it's Lambrini, but it's not Lambrini. It is. I can guarantee you, it is not Lambrini. It is moon water. I just save my old like wine bottles and wash them all out and use them for moon water. Hello. Thank you so much. I will take a look in my spare time for you. Photo readings do take me a little while to read the actual photo and then type it up for you, but I will acknowledge that I've got it for you, and as soon as I have like a spare half hour in my day, I will do that reading for you, honey. Hello, Maria. How do you make moon water? Quite simply, what you do, you can take, I like spring water. I take spring water and I fill a bottle like this. It has to be a clear bottle or a clear jug that's got a lid, because you don't want beasties from the night getting into your water. You can supercharge your moon water by putting a little bit of clear quartz in your water if you like as well. Sometimes I do that if I want to make special moon water or supercharged moon water. So I'll maybe take a small clear quartz crystal and pop it in the neck of the bottle. I'll fill the bottle with spring water and I will put the lid on, and I put the whole bottle out in the full moon, somewhere where the moon's ray is going to penetrate the bottle, or actually get the container, the clear container. You can also use a bowl as well with like cling film or something over the top, anything that is transparent and clear. Leave it out in the full moon, or even on a windowsill if you don't trust. If you're living in a busy town and you feel somebody might think that's a bottle of wine and disappear with your precious moon water, you can leave it on a lit windowsill. I'm quite lucky. our garden is quite isolated from the main road, so I always put my bottles out. Bring it in the next day. You can keep it in the fridge until you need it. You can use moon water to do spells with. You can, sometimes if I've got a plant that's kind of struggling, I will pop a little, like a house plant, I'll pop a little bit of moon water to revive the plant. Also, if I'm feeling a bit low of energy, or I feel that my chakras are a little bit stodgy, I will just drink a glass of moon water. So that's how you make moon water. Hello, and how are you? You're more than welcome. And some people will say, I can't tell the difference between moon water and normal water. Yes, you can. You will know the difference by drinking a glass, and try it for yourself. Once you've made your moon water, take a glass of ordinary water and drink it, and then take a glass of moon water and drink it. You'll know the difference. So yeah, I'm down to my last bottle. I usually try and make about 3 bottles of moon water, so that I've got plenty moon water for either drinking, using for spells, using to cleanse something. So I hope this brings you some hope. Get some manifestation done on this full moon, right? Because anything that you want is within your reach. Also, remember to cast away anything that doesn't serve your purpose. So any negativity, get rid of it on the full moon, and then manifest what you want to bring into your life, to change your life. And I absolutely love the World card when it comes into somebody's reading, because it lets you know that, yeah, you may have had a rough ride in life, but there's always light at the end of a tunnel. We might not see that light, but there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. And I find that for everything that you've gone through in life, this is your turn to shine. This is your turn to just take what you need. Abundance is waiting for you. You just need to grab it. So thank you so much. I love these cards, are so amazing and so positive tonight. I absolutely love them. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more to go before the end of the night. So we've got Danielle, Audrey Thomas. I know Audrey Thomas is not here. She's kind of left early, but she's going to catch it on my YouTube. Danny Hutton, and then Leanne. So we are Danielle. Our beautiful, beautiful Danielle. Thank you for all the new follows, for the likes, for the roses, everyone. You are just all amazing. Makes my life worthwhile, makes doing these lives so worthwhile when people are actually coming on and enjoying the lives. So thank you so, so much. You are all amazing. And thank you to my moderators as well for doing a grand job. Yay, there's Danielle. I'm so glad. Hello, hello, Danielle. Oops, okay. I've been asked to stop shuffling because a card has just flown out of the... That's Lucy's fault. Lucy says, oh, your cards haven't went flying tonight. So, Danielle, you can blame Lucy. We'll blame Lucy tonight. Lucy did it. Okay, Ten of Pentacles is your card for tonight. Oh, bless. Thank you for the likes. So the Ten of Pentacles, I love this card because the Ten of Pentacles is saying to you, finances haven't been great in the past. In fact, if anything, it's been pretty much hit or a miss. And for the most part, you've maybe had to tighten the purse strings and you've maybe had to endure extra costs that probably you could have well done without. However, you have a happy, solid family now. There's going to be an increase in finances. There's going to be more abundance coming into your life. So keep positive, especially on this full moon, because when the Ten of Pentacles comes in, it talks about a secure, more secure, abundant family, right? Where you work together as a family, if that makes sense. Yeah, and this is what the card is saying, right? You give more than what you receive in the past, right? Because you are a giver, right? You've got a kind heart. You would go out of your way to help anyone in strife, even if that means that some of the times it leaves you short and having to struggle. So the lesson here is it's okay every so often to say no, because self-love has to come into the fray here, right? You put Danielle and Danielle's family, or Danielle and her kids, or Danielle and her partner, or whatever, first and foremost before anybody else. And it's okay to say no. It's okay to say, I'd love to help you out this time. However, I'm kind of short myself this week or this month. So I'm not able to help you out this time. Because ultimately, if you can't help them out, they will go and find somebody else that will as well, right? Because life is full of givers and it also is full of takers as well, right? And it's okay if we give and take in equal quantities. However, I do feel the ones that you give to, take, but don't give very much back. And sometimes they don't give any back. And who's the one that is left to suffer out in the cold is Danielle, right? But Danielle doesn't complain about it. This is the problem. Danielle just says, oh, well, they'll give me it when they can, or whatever. They'll give back when they can. It's okay having a good heart, but it's also okay to say no. And it's hard for you to say no because you're a people pleaser. But sometimes we have to say no. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Right? Okay? Some people see Danielle as a money bag. Oh, what? It's easy to get 350 from Danielle. She'll give me it because she's got a good heart. And I can give her it back whenever because she's not in a hurry for it. But think about what that 350 could do for Danielle and Danielle's family, right? That 350 could pay some bills. That 350 could put extra food and treats for you and your family. So the moral of the story here is, for the ones that are take and give nothing back, say no to. It's absolutely okay to say no to them. They may be shocked. They may be upset. They may throw their dummy out of the pram in protest, and they may try the guilt trip. Oh, but you gave me it before, so what's different now? What's different now is Danielle has got bigger and wiser. And Danielle's putting her family first before anyone else. And that's the way to go forward. Learn from the mistakes in the past so that your finances in the future are going to be better. Is the motto of this card, right? Our past experiences are lessons in the making for the future and the present. So grasp those lessons from the past. And maybe it's time to call in those debts. Maybe it's time to say, look, I need my money back now. I don't care how you get it, but you are due me this money and I need it back. Sometimes you have to be firm on them, you know. And if they don't, you know what? That don't give them anything in the future. Danielle, the answer to that one is I'm being asked to tell you, be cautious here. All right? What they're telling me is he's an ex for a reason. Right? And if he does come back, yes, he will try and use you. You see, people know how to play good hearts, and your ex knew how to play a good heart, right? He sees your the goodness in you, right? And yes, he will come back with tail between his legs, with all the sob stories and all the rest of it, is what the message, the answer that I'm getting back. But they're saying, remember, he's an ex for a reason. Right? Not just for a season, he's got to be ex, completely ex, right? Because you deserve better. What they're saying, if he does come back, right? It won't be that he's coming back to make amends and start afresh. He's coming back to make the same mistakes all over again, but promise you this. He will promise you the world, but give you nothing but what he's done in the past. And that's the message of the card. Oh, bless. Well, they're saying if he does come back, which they think he will at some point, when you least expect it, don't be so forgiving and letting him back into your life or as a relationship goes. Because yes, he will try and sort of spin you around his little finger, wrap you around his little finger. That's the word I'm looking for. Hello, Truth Forever. Unfortunately, my readings list is closed for tonight, but I do have a minis readings list on my profile. If you ask for a card on there, I'll add you to my readings list on there, and I do go through that reading list in my spare time, and when I get to your name on that list, I'll do a little mini reading on my profile for you and tag your name in it. So make sure that you do follow so that I can tag you when I get to your reading. Failing that, I am back again on Thursday evening to do another 8 readings. You're more than welcome. That's why they're asking for a little bit of caution with it, Danielle, okay? Right? And neither should you. You should never ever forgive him for what he's done in the past. All right? You can forgive him, but never forget the wrongs that he's done, and never ever take him back, is the warning that they're giving you. All right? Under no circumstances take him back, even if he comes on bended knees and begs you to take him back. The answer's got to be no, is the answer to your question. I hope that that helps. Yeah, that's your gut instinct telling you exactly what's going to happen. Trust it. Always trust your gut. If your gut tells you there's a feeling he's going to try and come back, chances are he's going to try and come back. Keep that door locked. Don't let him back in, is the message of, is the answer to that. So I do hope that helps. You've got to stay strong in this. And if he does come back, which I feel your intuition is your best guide. Your intuition has already told you that you feel he's coming back, right? That's your intuition talking. That's not your head or your heart. That's your gut instinct telling you. He's going to try and make a comeback. And when he does, shut the door firmly on his face. Oh, well, shut that door on his face. Not tonight, Josephine. Oh, thank you for the roses, Holly Louise. No, he doesn't know where you live, but you know what? If he's anything like my ex, doesn't matter whether they don't know where you live or not, they have ways and means of trying to find out where you are. They can be really, really devious. My ex has been trying for 8 years to find out where I am, and he's used every trick in the book. I've even went ex directory so that he can't find me in the phone book, etc., etc. So he will keep trying. That's what they do. But if he ever does show up at your door, slam the door firmly on his face and tell him where to go. Just say, see you next Tuesday. Thank you so much for the roses, everybody. Yep, through people. Yep. That's how they do it. Through people. And you know what? Social media is the worst one for that, right? Because they will hunt for you on social media. And when they can't find you on social media, they will hunt for your friends. And if they can't find your friends, they will hunt for your family to try and find out where you are. Where there is a will, there is a way with these people. They don't give up. But either way, if and when he does come back into your life, be strong on this one and show him the door. Thank you so much, everyone, for the likes. You are all amazing. So, Danielle, no more being soft-hearted when it comes to your money. Remember, it's your money, your finances. It's nobody else's, right? Be stronger in the future. So when you get your payday, keep that payday for Danielle and Danielle's children, your family, right? They come before anybody else. And time to call in some debts that people are due you, right? I know that in the past, people that I have lent money to, etc., if they were all going to give me back the money that they were due me, I'd be a millionaire by now, probably. But I learned my lesson, as we all do. And it's a case of if people are coming into your life to take, but give you nothing back, give them nothing. Cut off their supply. Yeah, that's the takers and the users, right? They see a good heart and they take. You know, I have a brother who has learning difficulties. He was born with a scar on his brain, and he's the most vulnerable but kind-hearted young man that I have ever met in my life. And I'm always telling him, stop giving people. You know, he had a lady come to his door and say, my telly broke and I have no telly. And he went out and bought her a television. And then another person came and said they didn't have a microwave, so he bought them a microwave, often leaving himself short. He would go to bingo with them, and they would say, shall we go halfers? And if I win, I'll go half of my winnings, and if you win, we'll go halfers. And he actually won £1,000 on the bingo one night, and he gave half of it to this lady. And then not so long ago, she won £600 and gave my brother nothing out of it. And she said, oh, no, it's only £600. I'm not giving you any of that, even though he'd went half of on her ticket. He has got the kindest heart ever, but that kind heart had often left him with nothing. You know, he's had people use him all his life because he's got a good heart. And it doesn't matter how many times I'll say to him, you can say no, but they come with such a good sob story, and he falls for it time and time and time again. And he's supposed to have staff that's supposed to care for him and look after him. They don't do a very good job of it, because he would give somebody his last penny, because it makes him feel good by giving, and he can't see the wrong in people. So the ones that don't give you back, don't give them again, is the answer to that one. Yeah. Well, time to change, Danielle, then. It's time for the hard knocks Danielle to come back, right? It's time for Danielle to start saying no. When they come to the door, can I borrow? I know I'm due you, because you've probably had this one as well, right? I know I'm due you 350, but can I borrow another 50 and then I'll give you the 400 back, I promise. Yeah. Another £50 down the drain, right? Because they had no intentions of giving you the 350, let alone the 50 back, right? They were just trying to see how much more they could squeeze out of Danielle. So the moral of the story is, Danielle now says no. Tomorrow's a new beginning for you, Danielle. And it's a time to say, you know what? Stuff the world and its brother. I am going to do what's right for me. I'm putting me and my family first and foremost. And I'm not giving anyone else any of my hard-earned spondulicks, because my family deserves more than that. As you said, look at the driving lessons that you could have had. Look at the luxury extras that you could have had for you and your family, that you now have to do without because you gave your last penny to somebody that pretty much does not respect you, girl. And I know that might sound harsh, but you know, I'm renowned for, you can ask Lucy, but I'm renowned for just saying it as it is, right? You've got a kind heart, and for all the will of the world. These people are going to keep taking until Danielle starts saying no. Until Danielle starts saying no. From today on, the answer is going to be no. Tell them to start budgeting, right? Advice does not cost a thing, right? So if they're coming to you for money, don't have money, but here's an advice. Here's a little tip for you. If you want something, if you need 350 badly enough, save for it, because that's what I'm going to do. Right? Give them the hard, cold shoulder. Right? Because they've done the dirty on you. They have disrespected you by taking and not giving something back. So now it's time for Danielle to get strong and say, nope, not happening. Want my advice? I will give you my advice. Want my money? Hell no. I've earned it. I've worked for it. And there ain't no way you're going to get it. If you want money or you need money, you're going to have to earn it yourself. It's hard to do that when you've got a loving heart, but it's so necessary right now for you. Yep, definitely. Oh, bless. Unfortunately, I don't. I wish I did. Spirit can't give a time. Spirit can't give a time as to when he will try and come back, right? Because it depends on what crooked tactics he tries to find you. All right? Stay strong. Time to call in those debtors. And then after that, it's time to say no to anyone else that wants any of your hard money. I hope that has helped. Okay. Audrey Thomas is the next one. I know Audrey had to go away, but I'm still going to pick a card for Audrey. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I'm not talking about your debt, your particular debts. I'm talking about the ones that are due you, right? The ones that are due you, the £350, or the ones that you've lent money to and they haven't given you back. That's the debtors I'm on about, right? It's time to say, come on, cop up. You drew me this £350. I need it now, kind of thing. And then after that, if they come back for more money, just say, no, thank you. Yeah, exactly that. Okay, let's pick a card for Audrey. Yeah, well, sometimes we can be kind till it's time not to be kind, right? You know, I like to be kind to most people. Would I be kind to my ex? Hell no, he's the most evil human being walking this planet. And there's no way I'd be kind to him. Anyone that has disrespected me, I don't have time for. Anyone that brings negativity to my door, I don't have time for. I basically say no. Anybody that's borrowed from me in the past and doesn't give me anything back in return, they're gone. You know, and it's something that it's called self-preservation. It's called self-love. And more importantly, self-respect. So it is okay to say no in the future. That doesn't mean to say that you're not kind-hearted, right? But be kind-hearted to those deserve your kind heart, not to the ones that don't. Okay, so I'm gonna pick a card for Audrey. I know Audrey's had to go, but I know that she knows that she can get this card on my YouTube channel. Okay, so let's shuffle these cards for Audrey Thomas. I have loved all the readings tonight. They have been so good. So we've got Audrey Thomas, then Danny Hutton, and then Leanne. Okay. So Audrey's card for when she gets it on my YouTube channel or my Facebook if she's joined my Facebook group. The Eight of Pentacles. Audrey, this card will speak of more finance and abundance because of the hard work that you have already put in. Whatever you put your heart and soul in, whether it's work, whether it's projects, whether it's hobbies, you give your whole self 1000%. You put your 1000% effort into everything that you do. In some respects, you're a bit of a perfectionist. If something's going to get done, it's going to get done right. If something needs to be done, then you don't stop until the job's done. You're a crafter, right? And a grafter, as we call them here in Scotland, which is a word for hard worker. But that hard work is not going unnoticed, right? People are watching, especially those in authority or management. They see your potential and they see your worth. And all the effort that you are putting is going to eventually pay dividends in the future. Whether that's a pay rise, whether it's promotion of some kind, or whether it's a bigger, better job or a bigger, better position, know that everything that you've done this far is going to gain you extra abundance in the future because it is being noticed. You may not realize that it's being noticed, but it is being noticed by those higher up in the work ladder, if that makes sense. So, better finances, happier future, more abundance is in the offing of this card. So keep doing what you're doing because it's working. Keep grafting, and it's okay to be a bit of a perfectionist. Because sometimes when we're a bit of a perfectionist and we want to make sure that we've done things right, that's when we do get noticed. That's when all of our efforts and all of our hard work pay off. So I hope when you get this card, Audrey, that it has meaning for you. And thank you so much for being at the beginning of my live because you got this card reading tonight, which is wonderful. Hello everyone. So to all the people who have just joined us, welcome. Okay, so moving on, we've got Danny Hutton next, our very own Danny. Yay. And then Leanne. We always save the best till last. Our beautiful Leanne. Number 8's a good number though. It's the eternity symbol as well, isn't it? If you turn the number 8 on its side, it's the eternity symbol. Will you get a job next year? if you really, really want it and you are really, really keen on getting it, there is nothing that you can't achieve. Anything is possible. We just need to work towards it, and we just need to do whatever it takes to get that job. So will you get that job next year? Depends on how badly you want it, is the answer to that one. We can manifest whatever we want in this world. We just need to believe in ourselves and our abilities to do it. If we put self-doubt in the way, chances are we're not going to get it. But if we believe in what we want and we go out to get it and we do whatever it takes to get there, then yes, you will get a job. But if your heart's not in it and you're just waiting around in the hope that a job will come and find you, sadly, it doesn't work that way. We have to manifest it. We have to go out and we have to actually physically get it for ourselves. Hello, Jana. I would love to do more readings, but I do 8 readings on my live. My readings list on tonight's live is full. I'm doing Danny's just now and then Leanne's. I am back on Thursday picking another 8 cards. Failing that, I also have a readings list on my profile. It's on the pinned post. It's entitled Readings List. If you put card please on there, in my spare time, I go through the names on that list, and I do little mini readings on my profile for them and tag their name in it. So do hit the follow and the like on that post and put your name down for a card. Failing that, I am back again on Thursday evening. You're more than welcome. Okay. So where's our Danny tonight? She was here earlier. She'll be under the table. Danny, Danny, where art thou, Danny? She's there. I knew you were hiding somewhere. I see you. I see you. Oh dear. It has been one of those nights. But a good night. At least Spirit have left my tablet alone tonight. They haven't fried it. Touch wood. We've got one after Danny, so hopefully Spirit keep my tablet going long enough to get this live finished. I am back tomorrow night to do a skincare special to show you my new gua sha skincare routine, which I tried gua sha tonight for the first time, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like somebody sucked the fat out of my face tonight. I just like, ooh, that don't look like me no more, Double C. But yeah, so I am definitely going to invest in the filterless era stuff. And I've added filterless era to my website because I've seen what Lisa's products can do. My friend uses them all the time, and she uses the gua sha all the time, and her results are amazing. So if you've got double chins, or you've got puffy eyes, or you've got fine lines and wrinkles that you want rid of, or you've got thin lips and you would like lip filler without having lip filler or Botox, you need to watch my live tomorrow, is all I'm saying. It's been wonderful. Thank you. It's been positive, full of positive people. I love it. I think Lucy fell asleep under the table. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Yep, I love Scotland too. We stay in a little village called Kelty and we have a large forest here and I love it. Love walking the woods with my wonderful partner. But thank you. Scotland is my home. Wouldn't like to be anywhere else. I love it. Love, love, love it. We stay out in the country, so it's lovely. Lovely country walks. Oh, thank you, Purple Moon. Hello from the Netherlands. Oh, wonderful. Never been there. Might be on my bucket list to come and visit in the Netherlands, so always been drawn to the Netherlands for some reason. Oh, thank you, Danny. It is, but that's what I'm about. Positivity and positive vibes. That's what the Mystic Witch, when I started the Mystic Witch, my aim for the Mystic Witch was to bring readings to those that need it, to send healing to the sick, to offer alternative skincare and makeup to everyone so that we can turn away from chemical-filled makeup, skincare, and even our shampoos have toxic chemicals in it that actually destroy our hair. So when I started the Mystic Witch, which was about a year and a half ago, I started the Mystic Witch. Before that, I used to have a group called Just Lady Moonlight, which is my witch's name. And I wanted to do something better. I wanted to start my own at-home little business where I could search out the best natural skincare, makeup, and herbal remedies so that I could pass them on to everyone that follows the Mystic Witch. Today I've just added Filterless Era to the Mystic Witch. You'll see the details on my website. The link is in my bio. And if you use my special code, which is witch, as in WYTCH, you get money off your order as well. Every order that you place, if you use my code witch, you're gonna get I think it's a £5 discount off all your orders, which I think is fantastic. So go check out my website for that one. I am super excited to be trying some of her oils. I use the Avira facial oil, but she has the most amazing new product which has just launched today, which is a tinted face serum. So it's a face oil, it's a sunscreen lotion, and it's also a foundation all in one. Comes in 4 shades and those 4 shades blend to your own skin tone. So I think she has like light, medium, and I think it's bronze and dark to go with match your skin. So I'm going to be going for the, I'm going to try the medium, I think. I think the sunburn one or the suntan one, the tan one will be too dark for me. So I'm going to go for medium and I can't wait to order that. It's just launched today on her website. So if you want to have a look at that, it's I think it's the Queen of Spades and it's the tinted facial serum. But it's got SPF factor 40 in there and it's flawless. It heals your skin while you wear it. Absolutely amazing. especially for the summer. So I can't wait to get it. And the thing is, you can do your gua sha and put that serum on top, and then you're just basically putting your makeup on after that. Wow, genius. So I can't wait to use that. So go check it out, folks. Yep, exactly. Oh, bless. But everyone's so sweet. Yeah, even on dull days. You know, a lot of people don't realize you can still get sunburn on a cloudy day. Just because it's cloudy or overcast doesn't mean say you can't still get sunburn or you can't still get harmful rays. You can. The facial serum that Limitless, Filterless Era has brought out stops all the nasty UV rays from penetrating the skin. But it also, if you've had problems with sunspots, you know how if you too much exposure to the sun, you can get sort of like dark spots on your skin, which is called sunspots. This serum is going to help with that as well. So it's a sunscreen, a moisturizer, and full coverage tinted moisturizer as well, which is not a BB cream. It does so much more than a BB cream. So do check it out. That's one of the first items I'm actually going to order. I just joined forces with the Filterless Era. So all her details are on my website now. I updated my website today. It's got my code on there. It's got her link on there as well. She is also on TikTok at Filterless Era. Again, she's on Instagram as well, and she's also on YouTube. Do check out her videos. Lisa is amazing, absolutely amazing, and I'm excited to be working and demonstrating all her products because I think every woman should have these products. They're amazing. I will be on tomorrow night showing you the gua sha system and how to amplify this into your skincare routine. It is amazing and so natural. Yep, even on dull days. Okay, so Danny, you have got the Five of Swords, which looks a little bit scary, but it's not as scary as it seems. And the Five of Swords is saying, keep your friends close, but keep your enemies even closer. So what does that mean? What it means is a lot of the problems in the past that you've had have been from those who come as a friend, but behind their back they are holding a dagger, is the message in this card. And I feel that, you know, this is going to repeat itself with somebody around you. You may or you may not know who that person is. You may be oblivious to who that person is. But there is somebody around you who is coming as a friend. But this person is anything but a friend. They are basically gaining as much information as they can to use it against you. And they'll use that information to share with others, hence why you see a lot of swords here. So the person that is holding the dagger in this card is the person that's actually causing the problems for you. The swords around there are the people that they have manipulated, right? Have you ever been in a situation in your life where you know, people that don't even know you don't like you, and you've wondered, what have I done to that person? I've done absolutely nothing to that person. So why is this person so bitter against me? Why is this person so nasty towards me? And if we really, really look at that situation or that scenario, we'll find that it's actually one of our friends that has been sprouting a whole lot of bull crap about us to other people that don't even know us. But yet, on this person's say so, they will absolutely believe everything this person says without actually going to the actual source, i.e., without actually going to Danny and saying, Danny, this person said this about you. Is it true? Because I don't really know you, but I want to find out for myself. People are so trusting nowadays. They will trust anyone that says anything, right? There's a lot of people out there that love gossip and drama. So these people will use the people that love gossip and drama to sprout lies, to sprout untruths about you. And then they'll carry it on, if that makes sense. That would be absolutely amazing. Oh, thank you, the Purple Heart. Hello, Lucy Kate. Hello, Lucy Kate. I would love to give you a reading, but unfortunately my readings list for tonight is full to the gunnels. I've still got another reading to do after Danny. And then that brings this live to an end. I am back again on Thursday evening for another card reading for 8 people. But I also have a readings list on my profile. If you go to my profile here on TikTok and follow me on there, on my pinned posts, that's the word I'm looking for, on my pinned post, there is a readings list. If you ask for a card on there, I'll acknowledge to let you know that you're on that readings list. And in my spare time, I go through everyone on that list and I do little mini readings for them on my profile and tag you in that reading. So do feel free to put your name down for my profile mini readings. Hi, I wish I could do more, but I've been reading now for quite a few hours. So my limit is always 8. But I am back on Thursday. Feeling that I do have a readings list that you can put your name down. Again, I think it's just that everybody wants a reading now. The more readings I do, the more people seem to just want readings. And I would love to read for absolutely everyone that jumps on my live. But I would probably be here from now till next week. So I do have a limit of 8. It used to be 7, and then I increased it to 8, but I can't physically do any more than 8 on a live, which is why I have a profile readings list as well. I am back tomorrow night for a gua sha skincare demo, and then Thursday night I'm back doing another 8 readings. So I hope that helps. Okay, so the message of this card is keep your eyes open, Danny, especially for the ones around you just now. I feel there is still someone in your circle of friends that is coming as a friend. Just be wary. Sometimes the best way to catch them out is to watch in silence. Be careful about what you share with your current friends' circle until such times as you work out who this person is, unless you know who this person is already, of course. Once you do find out who this person is, sometimes the best course of action is to eliminate the one that's causing the problems. Sometimes that's hard to do, especially when you've trusted someone, but sometimes we need to cut ties. Yep, it is. It's almost, yeah, you're right. It's 1 a.m. here. I'm so glad it's made sense, and I'm so glad it helps. You've got this, right? Use your intuition, because I think your intuition is going to find the culprit here. All right? And don't be afraid to cut ties, because this person is not doing you any good. You know, when I left my ex twisted everything. He was the one that was having an affair with underage children, and yet when I left him, I was the one that was having an affair. No, I was the one that decided enough is enough. I met my soulmate, and my soulmate freed me from abuse. But they used that to deter from their actions. So I know his game, and I lost a lot of people because of his lies. But ultimately, I didn't lose anyone, because the people that listen to my ex's lies, whether they know it or not, they're following a paedophile. Good luck on that one. So really, I didn't lose anyone. The trash took themselves out. And that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing when that happens, because it saved me taking my size 8 shoes and sticking it where the sun don't shine. They took themselves out and saved themselves a sore ass at the same time. So, all good. Yeah, exactly. I found myself, and sometimes we have to do that. Sometimes we have to sadly say cheerio to the ones that we thought were our friends and were actually snakes in the grass. But we have to, it's called self-preservation, and it's also called self-love as well. It's called self-respect, respecting you, and also setting boundaries, that nobody should come into your life and control you. And if people want to believe somebody else's lies about you, even though they don't know you, that says more about them than it actually does about you. And the truth always comes out in the end. And what they will find is the person that they actually followed was the wrong person. And by that time, it's too late, because you've walked out of their life for good, and there's no turning back. I've had friends in the past that I've lost through my ex, and I've met them 2 or 3 years later, and they've come with all the apologies. Can we make it up? Can I, I followed the wrong one. I made a mistake. Can I come back? No. That door was closed. You made your decision. You have to live with that. You chose to go with the abuser. You have to live with that. And just as I have to live with the fact that you believed him over me. It's called karma. Live with it, deal with it. That's for you. Your actions have led you to where you are just now, not mine. My actions have led me to where I am right now. So never be afraid to close the door on somebody that disrespects you, because you're worth more. So I hope that that's helped. And I'm glad you know a few. Well, it's time to get your broomstick out, girl, and swat them out the door. Sweep them out and close the door and lock it. Or do what I do, just stick them in your cauldron. I did a post not so long ago, and I just thought it's just come back to my mind. And I think it got quite a lot of likes. and it was about water. Water is so good for you, right? If you're dehydrated, water can solve, that was it, water can solve a whole load of problems. If you're dehydrated, drink water. If you're thirsty, drink water, right? If you want to get rid of somebody, drown them. Simple. Not really, but I wouldn't advise the third one, but it went along something like that, but it was so funny at the time, and I just thought I'm going to post that. That's kind of my type of humor. You know, water can help with so much. If you're thirsty, drink water. If you're dehydrated, drink water. If you want better skin and better health, drink water. If you want rid of somebody, drown them. I think that's absolutely class. It's just so funny. So yeah, especially if it's moon water. Not a bad way to go, huh? You could just see the coroner. And how did this gentleman die? Drowning by moon water, Your Honour. Yeah, that was a good one. I killed him with kindness. I drowned him with moon water. Yeah, love it. Okay, Leanne, our number 8, Eternity 8, our final. I told you we always leave the best till last. Our beautiful Leanne. And Danny, thank you so much. I'm glad you got a card. And I'm glad it had so good meanings for you. And if you need a besom to sweep that crap out the door, just let me know. I've got a big one right behind me. I don't know if you can see her. I don't know if I can get her in the picture. There's my besom, right at the end. She's a biggie. She's a beauty. I've had her. She's made from. Oh, we kind of got bright light there. She's made from a 300-year-old tree, and her energy is amazing. And she stands guard over my witch's altar in the corner. Yay! Hello! Yeah, she's beautiful. She's actually, she was made, handcrafted by the royal broom makers, who apparently have been making brooms for centuries for the royal family in London. Queen Elizabeth, no less. But they make the witches' brooms as well, the besoms that I've got there. But the carpets and rugs in Buckingham Palace and the royal palaces are so old you can't vacuum them. They're so delicate you can't vacuum them. So they have to use besoms or brooms like the one that I have. So the royal broom makers have been making these brooms for centuries for the royal family. And when you buy one of their brooms, I got that one from the witch's shop that I like going into. They're able to tell you how old the tree was. So it's amazing. It's a great history. So her energy, I just love her. There's a lot of people that said, "Oh, will you sell me your besom?" No. The funniest thing was when we bought her, we had to go home on a bus. Let me tell you, the looks that I got going on a bus with a 5-foot besom. Oh, it was funny. There was me sitting on the bus with this big besom. Just a pity I didn't have my witch's hat on at the time. And the best of it was, it wasn't even Halloween, it was midsummer. Love it. It is. Definitely, definitely. But I got her home safe and sound, bus or no bus. She was coming home with me. And she's been with us ever since. And I won't part with her. She's absolutely amazing. Her energy is amazing. Okay. Let's shuffle these cards for our Leanne. I'd like to thank everyone for joining me tonight, for the likes, the follows, the shares, the gifts. You are all absolutely amazing. I've made some beautiful, beautiful friends as well, such as our beautiful Danny, Leanne, Danielle, Purple Moon, and of course Lucy Lou. Can't forget Lucy Lou. Is Lucy Lou gone? I think she probably fell asleep or she's away. Yep. Oh, you're more than welcome. Ah, TikTok. Yes, the world that I see with my spiritual eyes. Or my spinny eyes. Don't quite get that one. But yeah. I don't fear the afterlife. I'm a starseed. The universe is my home. I know what's waiting on the other side and I'm not afraid of it. But yeah, what we put out, we so get back. If you put good out, you'll get good back. If you put bad out, you'll get bad back. Bad back. That's the way the universe rolls. Okay. We are each and every one of us responsible for our own actions. Words as well. Oh, I love secret snacks. Yeah, I know your Allah. Very much so. And you know, give me 2 seconds, folks. Oops. TikTok's playing up here. Okay. There we go. The Allah has disappeared. Come on my live and threaten me and you're gone. Oh, thank you, Danny. You blocked him as well. Yes, I blocked him as well. Do you know, it just annoys me so much that they come in the name of Allah, and yet when you look at the Twin Towers, in the name of Allah, I rest my case. I don't have time for terrorists like that. I just will not tolerate people coming on to my life and telling me that the afterlife is more dangerous for me than it is them. Sadly, he's in for a shock on when he reaches the afterlife. I can only pray that one day he'll see the light, but sadly, they don't. Oh, bless. No, definitely not. Yes, karma is very much real. That's why I have the best moderators, because they think the same as I do. So TikTok got more than one block. He got two. He got me and Danny. Love it. Yes, karma is very much real. No, they certainly don't. And the Purple Moon, if ever you want to be moderator, you're more than welcome as well. I have the best friends, because you all think the same as myself. You're all so supportive. I keep my lives positive. And if you're going to come on to my lives and threaten me, especially with the here and after, then you're gone. There's just no second chance for them. Yep, definitely, Danny. Definitely, definitely. But sadly, you get them. You do get them in this world. Okay. So we now have the star. I love this. I did say we're going to keep the best till last. Leanne, you've got the wishing star, right? The star is the card of wishes. And when you get the star card, it's telling you, now is the time for you to wish on that star. Because whatever you want in life now, the universe is going to grant it. Your wish will be granted, is the message of this card. And it comes at a perfect time as well, because it comes a few days before the full moon, which is amazing, right? Because you can use that moon to manifest whatever Leanne needs in the world. So if it's more abundance, ask for it. Make that wish. If it's for joy, for happiness, for whatever it is that you're looking for in life, when you get the wish card, the wish is saying go for it. Because you have been through hell and back and some. And it's now your turn to shine. Because after every cloud there is a rainbow. After every cloud the sun will come out. And after every cloud we have the opportunity to shine and get back to us. Because we've learned all the lessons that there is in the past. When you've gone through hell and back and some, you can't get any worse than that, right? When you've hit rock bottom, the only way up is up. The only way forward is up. You can't go any lower, so you start climbing to the top. This is your turn to start climbing to the top, because you've been and done all the things that have been put in your path to try and drag you down. It hasn't succeeded, because Leanne is still standing at the end of all that. And that shows how strong that you truly are. Use that strength and the knowledge that you've had from the past, and now grab the world. Whatever you want is within reach. You've got the wishing star. You've got the star card. I love it when this star comes out, because the star card comes to those who are deserving of joy, peace, and happiness after a rocky past. And you deserve all of that and more. Oh, you're more than welcome. Oh, fantastic. Do you know what? I'm just going to add you anyway, because sometimes, like Danny, if Danny's not on or Lucy's not on, and it's nice to have somebody on my own time zone as well. Give me a second. There you go. Official mod. Okay. Oh, Leanne, you're more than welcome. If anyone deserves the wish card right now, it's you, because you've gone through so much. And you might, there's been times where you've probably felt that you couldn't go on, but you kept going. Through all the odds, you kept going. And the universe has noticed. The universe has paid attention, and the universe has listened. So definitely, it's your, oh, I'm so glad. It's lovely meeting new friends like yourself, Purple Moon. Respect where respect is earned. Danny, yourself, I can't thank you all enough. You've just been so supportive in everything, and that speaks volumes of you. So thank you so much. Leanne, you're more than welcome. No one deserves this, that card. And what a wonderful, I did say we save the best till last. And to have the wish card as the last card of the night, wow. Just wow. That is amazing. So I'm thinking for going forward this week, we will have, I'll do the live gua sha skincare tomorrow, and then Thursday will be my card reading again. So what about Friday for a get together pamper night? You can come and join me on. We can all come on live or on camera and do our face masks. If you want to do makeup, you can have whatever you want to do. We'll have a girly pamper night. Who's up for that on Friday? Anybody up for a girly pamper night on Friday? What a way to end the week, actually. Yes, girls' night. Doesn't it just? It sounds amazing, doesn't it? Friday night, girls' night. Love it. Yeah, we can let our hair down, literally. We can get the moon water out. Mind you, it is the full moon, isn't it? Shall we dare it? Yeah, why not? If I offer the spirits a nice drink into the process as well, they might leave my tablet alone on the full moon. What do you think? Shall we risk it? Shall we risk it for a biscuit? Oh dear. What do you think? Full moon girls' party. Full moon pamper night on Friday night. What do you think? Yeah, push the boat out. Okay, that settles it. I'll bring the moon water and the gua sha tools, etc. Danny can bring whatever she wants to bring. Purple Moon can bring whatever she wants to bring. Lucy's under the table somewhere, so she'll bring whatever. I think Lucy fell asleep under the table. So I will let Lucy know Friday night is party night. Hopefully she's not doing a back shift, bless her. And she can join us girlies on Friday night to do like a pamper night. But when I'm doing my gua sha skincare tomorrow evening, if anyone, because it's not a readings night, if any of you girls want to come on and join me on the live rather than typing all the time, and you're not camera shy, just let me know and you can come and join me live. Now, I love that. Love that. Incense and crystals on a full moon. I love it. I've actually had my little, I've got one of these little backflow incense burners. You put the little cone on the top and it smokes all the way down. I've had that burning tonight as well, so it smells lovely in here tonight. The energy in here is just amazing. I've absolutely loved it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to, as I said, I am going to share my before and after gua sha photos on here after this live. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you see a difference between the before my gua sha and after. I think I see a little bit of a difference, but I'm going to leave you to judge for yourselves. And I will be coming back tomorrow evening, round about 9:30ish, which is a perfect time because it means I do my nighttime skincare with all of my besties right here. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I will definitely be doing gua sha in the morning as well. I'm just blown away with I'm super excited. I can't wait till payday on Friday because I've already got a Filterless Era shopping list written out. Ooh dear. But do you know what? Self-love is so important. So I definitely, she has a gua sha lip tool that has the little teeth and it plumps your lips better than the actual gua sha tool that I've got. The gua sha, the flat tool, this one here, that I showed you tonight, that's for like the general face and body, etc. But she has a lip tool which is half the size and it kind of, it's shaped with little teeth so that it actually gets into your cupid's bow. And it's a lot better for plumping your lips. So that's on my shopping list. Because although you can get the stainless steel gua sha sets on Amazon, which is the one I got before I knew about Filterless Era. They don't do Filterless Era's lip one on Amazon. You can only get it at Filterless Era, so that's now on my shopping list. Because after doing the gua sha tonight before coming on, and I was like, whoa, where did this go? I swear my face has shrunk. And that you can, it's funny because when you're doing this bit of your face, you can actually, when you're doing the gua sha, if you've got a lot of fluid here, which is tension that causes sinus problems and stuff, when you're actually using the gua sha tool here to break down all of that fluid, you can actually hear it crunching. You can hear the fluid crunching and breaking down. All of that fluid is quite an eerie, but it feels so good afterwards. Definitely can't wait to show you the gua sha. Because it's right up my street. It's natural, and I don't believe in Botox. I don't believe in lip fillers because they've got nasty chemicals in them. I knew a lady once that she was obsessed with Botox for her lips, totally obsessed. And every 6 months she would go and get Botox in her lips. And what actually happened in the end is she had so much Botox to plump her lips that it paralyzed the muscles in her lips to one side, and she kind of had a dropped lip. She looked like she had taken a stroke, and the damage was irreversible. And when you think that Botox has actually got the same ingredients as rat poison, why the bleeding heck would you put Botox in your lips in the first place? It just... Night, Purple Moon. Oh, you're more than welcome. I'm just finishing off myself. Thank you so much for joining us. Oh, Leanne, you're more than welcome. So, yeah, if I can have natural collagen plumped lips like I had when I was younger without using chemical Botox and stuff, then I'm all for that. So I'm super excited to be getting these products and being able to do lives with them and demonstrations with them. Natural things excite me. It's just my thing. Good night, Purple Moon. Good night, Leanne. Oh, Danny, hasn't it been such a wonderful night? Hello, Veronica. Hello. Okay. Well, it's almost 1:30 a.m. here. So I'm going to go. But I'd like to thank Danny, everyone that had a reading tonight, everyone that supported my live, everyone for the likes, the follows, the gifts. You are totally amazing. And you lift me up, and I like to lift all of you up as well. That's what it's all about. Oh, Flower, if you're following my YouTube channel, honey, you'll see the replay. Definitely worth watching back. Or if you're on Facebook, I am the spiritual. I've got a group on there called the Spiritual World of the Mystic Witch. All my social media links are on my website, on my bio, my YouTube, etc. Because what I do is I take this video and I share it to my Facebook group and my YouTube channel, so that people that want to see my live but couldn't make my live can go to my YouTube channel and follow me on there. You're more than welcome. Okay, so I will be back tomorrow for a skincare gua sha special. So if you're interested in gua sha and how to get younger skin naturally with no Botox, no fillers, don't miss tomorrow night's live. Thursday night is another readings night with myself, the Mystic Witch, around about 9:30 p.m. on Thursday. Friday, we are having a girls' party night. So you can come along and join me, let your hair down. If you want to join me on camera with a face mask, makeup, skincare, whatever you want to do, a glass of wine, just a general chat night, get together night, girly night, party night, whatever you want to call it. And it's the full moon as well, so the energies are bound to be bouncing. Feel free to join me on Friday night as well. Busy week ahead, but I love it. Thank you, everyone. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. And to all my moderators who've worked hard behind the scenes tonight, thank you so much. You are all amazing. Look forward to seeing you all tomorrow night. Love and blessings. Hello, Natasha. Unfortunately, the readings have ended tonight. I do have a readings list on my profile. Please put your name down on there. And in my spare time, I do little mini readings on my profile for you. So if you follow me and look on the pinned post, it has readings list. Just ask for a card on there, and I will add you to that list. And in my spare time, when I get to your name on that list, I do a little reading on my profile and I tag you in that reading. So thank you so much. Okay, folks, love and blessings to everyone. I'm going to go and join my wonderful partner, but I will be back tomorrow night for a skincare special demonstration using gua sha. If you've never heard of gua sha or used gua sha in your skincare, you are so missing out. If you want younger, plumper looking skin, more firmer skin, I'm 57 and I'm loving the skin that I'm in, and it's all natural. So feel free to join me tomorrow night for that. Love and blessings, everyone. See you all tomorrow night.